everybody, my name is Erica Barrett and I am the owner of So Cool Southern Kitchen and Oyster Bar. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make perfectly grilled char-grilled oysters. It's springtime, we're moving into the summertime, so what better way to get out of your backyard and not do a typical barbecue, but actually char-grill some oysters, something that comes straight out of the Gulf, which is, you know, what we live by. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to shuck an oyster. You can get these oysters from your local grocery store. They're usually about 50 cents to $1 a pound, so oysters are actually pretty inexpensive. I'm going to show you how to pop a few, and then I have some over here that are prepared, and then we'll put those on the grill. So the first thing you're going to do when you shuck an oyster is you're going to grab some towels, and you're going to need your good oyster paring knife. These are pretty cheap. You can find them pretty much anywhere around the city, Walmart, Target, or just a cooking store. Mobile Fixture has them, and they're great. And I have 2 towels. Some people have used oyster gloves, but I'm gonna be old school today and show you how to use things that you already have around the house. So I have 1 towel laying on my cutting board, and then I'm gonna put 1 towel over the oysters because they can be pretty rough on your hands, especially if you have pretty fingers and nails, like the ladies, like I know you do. We're gonna take this oyster and a knife, and we're gonna go to the very back of the oyster where we see an opening. And it's literally gonna pop, should pop right open. So I'm digging right here at the back of my oyster, and I'm just gonna apply some pressure. There it is. It's popping right open. So I'm just gonna run my oyster knife alongside. Once you pop it from the back, your oyster is pretty much open. That's ready to go. Voila. I suggest if you're char-grilling oysters at home, just start with about medium heat. This is the same as running a gas grill. My char-griller actually has water at the bottom, which helps create steam. And of course creates flavor. So we're gonna literally sit these on top. Don't try this at home, just putting them directly over the grill with no tongs. First thing that we want to do is season them. We're dealing with seafood, so you don't want your oysters to be salty. I'm literally going to take some Old Bay that we keep in the restaurant, and I'm going to lightly dust the oysters. That way we got some nice flavor on top. You look at the eye of those oysters. They are beautiful. Next thing that I love to use is some minced garlic. This is like the base of all of our oysters at So Cool. Gotta have some garlic in there. So we got the minced garlic on there. Now things are gonna start to get really, 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 really hot. I'm gonna use a liquid garlic butter that we have in house. If you are making it at home, you can melt any type of butter of your choice, or you can use ghee, which is clarified butter. Either one of those will work. So we're gonna put some liquid butter over here. I'm gonna be very careful because this normally causes our oysters to kind of flare up. There you go. So now you're gonna start seeing some fire because you got some good fat hitting these oysters. Nice butter, and that's gonna really get these things cooking and get that char. And that butter makes the heat flare up. They really start to get nice and golden brown. Alright. So we got those on there. Butter with seafood, you gotta have some acid. So I always love to keep a nice lemon around. I'm literally gonna squeeze a lemon on top of these oysters. It's looking good. I'm sure you guys are probably going to ask me how long does it take. Anywhere from 7 to 8 minutes is a good time frame for getting these oysters in. Next thing that I'm going to add, which makes our oysters special at So Cool, is any type of nice white wine. Today I'm going to use Sauvignon Blanc. It just depends on what I have in house, but we're just going to do this. Spray a little wine over it. Really gives those oysters a nice flavor. Woo! Let's get hot. So that's the base of the flavor that you're gonna get in So Cool oysters. You're gonna get garlic, you're gonna get Old Bay, you're gonna get butter, you can always get white wine. Now I'm gonna grab some of our signature mixture. This is just some crawfish, crab, and shrimp. And I'm just gonna put it on a few because I want us to have a variety of just our signature chargrilled and really nice signature oyster. Now we're just gonna let these hang out. If you're at home and you're on your grill, you're gonna close the top and you're gonna let these things really start to impart a nice chargrilled flavor. In the meantime, while we do that, I'm gonna change my gloves and we're gonna get some parsley cut up, some lemons, and start working on garnishing our plate. So our oysters are on our charbroiler, and the next thing that I want to do, I have this nice, beautiful big lemon, because I want to work on garnishes, because I feel like you should always eat with your eyes, and of course we're a restaurant, so it's all about seeing a beautiful plate. The next thing we're going to need, something that I always love, some nice curly leaf parsley. And whenever you are chopping parsley, you can use dry. I have some dry over here, but I'm going to use some fresh because it's very aromatic. So we have our parsley chopped up, and we're simply gonna go back over to our charbroiler, and we're gonna add some Parmesan cheese and some other items to really get our oysters tasting and looking extra special. Oh, they bubbling. I'm adding more butter. You never have too much butter. Woo! Now they flaming hot. Got some grated Parmesan cheese. And then I have some shredded Parmesan cheese. Now pretty much once this cheese melts, the oysters are done. It doesn't take them long to cook. I'm adding parsley. Don't those look good? This is why people come to our restaurant every day for our signature and our charbroiled oysters. Cheese is nice and bubbly. You got the lemon juice and you got the wine that's kind of settling at the bottom of the shell, so you're gonna get some juice. And I'm just gonna put just a little bit more wine. Let me grab some wine. Just to really kind of help that cheese melt as well. That's a little bit. That cheese is nice and bubbly now. I'm gonna add our secret ingredient. It's in a squeeze bottle. But this is our house garlic butter, so it actually takes on a different texture than the other butter that we use. And I just, for our soaked oysters, we literally run it down a little, nice drill, 1, 2, 3, just like that. It's a nice flavor. So our cheese is almost completely melted, and we'll be taking these off in just a second. Look at those signature oysters. That's crawfish, crab, and shrimp is nice and firm. It's cooked on a charbroiler. Do this on your backyard if you're at home. It's a great way to do something different and just invite people over to cook oysters. On my plate, today I'm just using kosher salt. If you can get your hands on some rock salt, use rock salt. I'm gonna carefully place these oysters all around my plate. So all of our oysters are off. Woo. These look amazing. Just gonna kind of place some lemons around the plate. You want some lemons to share with family and friends. That way they kind of squeeze some little acid on their oysters as they're eating them. Some people like crackers. You can serve this alongside crackers. I got some beautiful lemons, and I have some parsley I'm just gonna sprinkle around the plate here. I'm just gonna finish these off again with some Old Bay. Nice little sprinkle of Old Bay there for flavor. It's a beautiful plate. I have one more special thing that I'm gonna add to this plate. Good old garlic cheese bread. Put a little parsley on top of that. And there you have it, backyard chargrilled oysters. You guys enjoy. Make sure you come out and visit Soul Food Southern Kitchen and Oyster Bar. We're at 455 Dolphin Street in Mobile, Alabama. Best oysters in the city. Come give us a try. Can't wait to see you here. Have a great day.